The Broken Beam made its debut as an event last season in Season 3, and this season in the individual Quadrilla Marble League in Season 4 is Event 4. A bit of a different take on balancing. You can see the beam made up of blocks that are more spread out as you get further down it. 3 different sections to the Broken Beam. The first one ending at the blue block you can see on the right side there. This section, when all of the blocks are perfectly aligned, you get 1 point for each block you get past, so 10 if you get past the whole blue section. The next section ending at the yellow, you get 2 points for every block you passed, and the final section ending at the red, if you get to the end, you get 5 points for every block you pass, so 80 total points you can get from one run. As we look at the standings after Event 3, Hurdles, Seabed with the gold got the lead in the championship, but only by 1 point ahead of Tarzan, Bluetail in 3rd, and Rasher in 4th. The Broken Beam, this time you have 2 marbles going down at once, and they'll swap over for the next part of the heat. So you can see Mystic Orb in the front. They did get a better distance than Wave Runner, both of them going to the far side. The Mystic Orb reached the yellow section, not quite. They will get 24 points. Wave Runner 16. Both of them did get past the blue section, but not by that much, especially for Wave Runner. So now they will swap over Wave Runner in the front. Maybe this is their opportunity to get a good score. It will be the sum of the 2 runs for the marbles that gets them the total score, just like last season, and Wave Runner will get ahead, but Mystic Orb not too far behind. Wave Runner did get ahead of the yellow section. That will be 30 points. If you get just past the yellow section, that's 30 points. But when you add them up, Mystic Orb is still ahead, 50 to 46. So Mystic Orb goes in provisional first, Wave Runner provisional second. Now Blizzard and Rainforest in the second heat. Blizzard, despite a good qualifier performance, not great, but Rainforest, look at this! Rainforest almost makes it all the way to the end. If they had just stayed slightly closer to the center, they would have got the full 80 points, but regardless, that would be a 75 for them. Blizzard, just 8. Very different runs for these 2 marbles. We'll see what Rainforest, and especially Blizzard, can do in the next one, but Rainforest, look at that. The host is going to be very happy with this performance. If they can just sustain it in the second one, they could be on for a good performance here. Now Rainforest in the front, Blizzard in the back. To see who Blizzard getting very close to Rainforest. Rainforest gets a good run, but Blizzard actually has a very good run as well. Not as good as Rainforest from the first, but that is still easily the second best individual run we've had. And Rainforest, when you add them up, 115 points, that is good enough for a record ahead of Java, who had the record last season. Blizzard also, with that second run, they go into second place. Both of these marbles doing better than the first 2 marbles from the first heat. Now Poison and Ecto in the 3rd heat. Can any of them match or even come close to what Rainforest did? Actually, both of them going off at very similar, maybe even the same place. We'll have to see. I think Ecto actually slightly ahead. Poison drifted further off to the near side. And so yes, it will be 2-point advantage for Ecto ahead of Poison, but very similar for these 2. Now Ecto will be in the front, Poison in the back. You have to think in this event, do marbles in the back risk hitting the marble in the front, getting them off kilter? Poison though gets a great run here. That will be, I think, 70 points for them. Ecto, not a great run despite being in the front. Do marbles risk getting the other marble off their trajectory and potentially screwing up their own line? Or do they just try to keep behind and focus on themselves? But Poison, nonetheless, goes into second place, just behind Rainforest. They barely don't crack 100. Now Seabed and Denim in the 4th heat. Decent gap between them. Seabed will get ahead past the yellow block. That'll be over 30 points. Denim, I think, just barely not. Let's see, but of course the championship leader, they get 35 points from the first part. Denim 26, but we'll swap them over. Denim will be in the front. They'll need good points. I think even a perfect score for Denim won't be able to match Rainforest. Seabed, oh, not a great run from them, drifting off to the far side. Denim though does improve. That will be good for them. Denim actually got well into the 3rd zone And 50 points from the second part of the heat means that Denim goes 76. That's good enough for third place. Seabed only 5th. But it is still Rainforest leading the way ahead of Poison and Denim after the first half of the event. Still have 8 marbles to go to see if anyone can dislodge them. Now, Sandstorm and Shamrock. Sandstorm goes off to the near side very early, but Shamrock, on the contrary, gets almost to the end. Shamrock just drifting off to the near side. I think needed a bit more speed to get all the way to the end, but still 70 points. That's a very good run for them. Sandstorm, though, they need to pick it up from here on out. A poor run here could put them in last. Shamrock, could they be on, though, for a gold medal performance provisionally? Shamrock goes off very quickly. Oh, and that completely dashes their hopes for beating Rainforest, maybe even getting a podium. Meanwhile, Sandstorm actually had a very good run. Nice recovery from them after a very poor run. 3 points for Shamrock means they only get 73, and after that first run, you've got to be very disappointed with that. But Sandstorm also lost into 6th place. Also pretty disappointed with their first one, but happy to recover. Now, Neptune and Tarzan in the 60. Tarzan just lost the championship lead. They'll get a decent run. I think that will be 30 or 28 for them. Neptune actually also got 30, I think, ahead of Tarzan. Actually, no, Neptune fell off earlier than I expected. 24 points only for them. Neptune sitting out on the bottom of the standings with just 1 point. They need good points, and is this the event where they'll get him? Tarzan also, Seabed hasn't had the best of performances, so a good one here would put them back in the lead. Tarzan doesn't get past the yellow block. Neptune also drifts off to the near side much earlier than they would like. Just 14 points from them in the second part of the heat, so they're in dead last. Oh, Neptune, you think that this is the event where they can make a comeback, but no. And Tarzan actually only gets 1 place ahead of Seabed. So if the standings stay as they are, they will be tied on points after this event. Now, Java and Bluetail. Java got the win and the record in this event last season. Not the greatest of starts, though. Decent for both them and Bluetail. We'll have to see. Both of them just barely, I think, crossing. No, not even crossing the yellow block. If you cross the yellow block, you get 30 points. Both of them getting exactly the same 28 points. Can either of them get out in front in the second part? Bluetail or Java? Bluetail has been running well in the championship, and they will get a good run here, will Bluetail. Java falls off pretty early. Could have been worse for them, but still, a far cry from their gold medal in the last season. Bluetail, though, solid run for them, 60 points. And that puts them in provisional bronze with 88 in total. Java just 52, that puts them in 9th. Now Goop and Rasher for the final heat. This means, by the way, Rainforest is guaranteed a medal, but will it be gold? Goop and Rasher. Rasher goes off very early. Goop makes it past the yellow for some solid points. Could have been more, but still. Decent run for Goop. Not very much not for Rasher. They don't even make it past the blue. They're only getting 9 points. Goop, solid 35, but can they improve on it in the next period? Rasher needs to mount a comeback here in the second period. The last run of the day. Will any of the marbles make their mark? Rasher does improve, but not by that much. Meanwhile, Goop improves very much. Goop gets well into the red zone, almost making it past. And Goop, could they be on for a medal? Yes, they will be. 90 points, barely ahead of Bluetail, and good enough for the bronze. Rasher, though, dead last for them. They're not going to be happy with that. But no one can beat Rainforest, who wins at home in the Broken Beam. Poison in second, and Goop in third. And as a result, after Event 4, Tarzan has retaken the lead in the championship by 1 point ahead of Seabed. Blue Tildo have caught up just 3 points within the lead, and the fans will be pleased to see Rainforest jumping up 6 spots with their gold medal behind Poison. Shamrock in 6th, Rasher in 7th, and Denim running out the top half. The next event will be block pushing, and then after that a new event, the Precision Train. Stay tuned.